Exodus chapter 4. And Moses answered, But behold, they will not believe me or listen to and obey my voice. For they will say, The Lord has not appeared to you. And the Lord said to him, What is that in your hand? And he said, A rod. And he said, Cast it on the ground. And he did so, and it became a serpent. And Moses fled from before it. And the Lord said to Moses, Put forth your hand and take it by the tail. And he stretched out his hand and caught it, and it became a rod in his hand. This you shall do, said the Lord, that the elders may believe that the Lord, the God of their fathers, of Abraham, of Isaac, and of Jacob, has indeed appeared to you. The Lord also said to him, Put your hand into your bosom. He put his hand into his bosom, and when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous, as white as snow. God said, Put your hand into your bosom again. So he put his hand back into his bosom, and when he took it out, behold, it was restored as the rest of his flesh. Then God said, If they will not believe you, or heed the voice or the testimony of the first sign, they may believe the voice or the witness of the second sign. But if they will also not believe these two signs, or heed your voice, you shall take some water out of the river Nile and pour it upon the dry land. And the water which you take out of the river Nile shall become blood on the dry land. And Moses said to the Lord, O Lord, I am not eloquent, or a man of words, neither before nor since you have spoken to your servant, for I am slow of speech, and have a heavy and awkward tongue. And the Lord said to him, Who has made man's mouth? Or who makes the dumb, or the deaf, or the seeing, or the blind? Is it not I, the Lord? Now therefore go, and I will be with your mouth, and will teach you what you shall say. And he said, Oh, my Lord, I pray you, send by the hand of some other whom you will send. Then the anger of the Lord blazed against Moses. He said, Is there not Aaron your brother the Levite? I know he can speak well. Also he is coming out to meet you, and when he sees you, he will be overjoyed. You must speak to him and put the words in his mouth, and I will be with your mouth and with his mouth, and will teach you what you shall do. He shall speak for you to the people, acting as a mouthpiece for you, and you shall be as God to him. You shall take this rod in your hand, with which you shall work the signs that prove I sent you. And Moses went away and returned to Jethro, his father-in-law, and said to him, Let me go back, I pray you, to my relatives in Egypt to see whether they are still alive. And Jethro said to Moses, Go in peace. The Lord said to Moses and Midian, Go back to Egypt, for all the men who were seeking your life are dead. And Moses took his wife and his sons and set them on donkeys, and he returned to the land of Egypt. And Moses took the rod of God in his hand. And the Lord said to Moses, When you return into Egypt, see that you do before Pharaoh all those miracles and wonders which I have put in your hand. But I will make him stubborn and harden his heart, so that he will not let the people go. And you shall say to Pharaoh, Thus says the Lord, Israel is my son, even my firstborn. And I say to you, Let my son go, that he may serve me. And if you refuse to let him go, behold, I will slay your son, your firstborn. Along the way, at a resting place, the Lord met Moses and sought to kill him, make him acutely and almost fatally ill. Now apparently he had failed to circumcise one of his sons, his wife being opposed to it. But seeing his life in such danger, Zipporah took a flint knife and cut off the foreskin of her son, and cast it to touch Moses' feet. She said, Surely a husband of blood you are to me. Then he let Moses alone to recover. Zipporah said, A husband of blood you are because of the circumcision. The Lord said to Aaron, Go into the wilderness to meet Moses. And he went, and met him in the mountain of God, and kissed him. Moses told Aaron all the words which the Lord had sent him, and all the signs with which he had been charged. Moses and Aaron went and gathered together in Egypt all the elders of the Israelites. Aaron spoke all the words which the Lord had spoken to Moses, and did the signs in the sight of the people. And they believed. And when they heard that the Lord had visited the Israelites, and that he had looked in compassion upon them, upon their affliction, they bowed their heads and worshipped.